A lovely new feature which is available across all of the Office products in Office 2016 is called SmartArt. Now it's more likely to be used either in PowerPoint or in Word, as it's all about creating a visual, a form of a graphic. But it can also be used in Excel and in Outlook. Now to go to SmartArt, we go to the Insert ribbon and you'll see SmartArt. And I'm just going to click. And SmartArt comes up then with a box of all different types of business graphics. Now they're all shown under one large category. You can narrow down the list by clicking. And to have a better look at any of them, you can do one click. And it shows you a visual over on the right hand side. Now I'm actually going to scroll down. I'm going to choose the basic Venn. So this is just 3 circles placed on each other, and first of all you'd look and think, well, I can easily make that in PowerPoint. I just draw a circle. I can even duplicate it so they're all the same size, but then you'd have to arrange them on top of each other, and to get that transparency effect is very difficult. You'd then have a problem of when you type onto those circles about making sure that the font size all fits and that they're all exactly the same. So you may then have to adjust one of the other circles to match the others, and then you may have to move the whole graphic, and that can be quite difficult. So this makes this much easier for you. So I'm just going to have that one selected and click onto OK. And it appears there on my slide. Now I've got 2 areas here. I have my circles that I can click into and type, but I find it easier typing into the text pane over here on the left hand side. Now if the text pane doesn't show, what you find is when the SmartArt is selected, we have some contextual ribbons up at the top. And on the design ribbon, the very start, you have text pane. Now sometimes this is turned off, so if I click, the text pane here has disappeared. I click again and it reappears. You can also close it by clicking onto the cross, but I find it much more useful to work over here in the text pane. So let me click into my first bullet on there, and I'm going to type Word, and I can see that that appears over here in the circle. I'm going to click into my next one. I'm going to type the word Excel. Now Excel is slightly longer than Word, so just keep an eye on the first circle to see what happens as I get near the end of the word Excel when I press the last letter. In fact, they've both just fitted in, but you'll see this much more clearly when I type the next one. I'm going to type PowerPoint, and this is much bigger. So as soon as I'm typing, have a look now that it's having to reduce the size to fit it in, but it's also reducing the other 2 circles automatically for me. So all of the font is exactly the same and fits in nicely. If I wanted a 4th circle, I could press the Enter key and a 4th circle appears. If I don't want the 4th circle, I can use the backspace key and I'm back to 3. Now what you can also do is up at the top here on the Design tab, you can move things around. So the PowerPoint one I could move up and keep clicking, and I can see how they're swapping round. And I can move down. What I can also do is change the colours. Change colours lives about 2/3 of the way along on the Design tab, and I'm going to choose some more pastel type colours, and you can see the effects on here, such as the outline and how nicely these overlap. Now it could be that I want an entirely different type of shape, and I can see these in the layouts, and when you hover it actually shows you what they would look like. Some of them are suited to the 3 parts. Some of them, such as that first one there, would really require a 4th part to work well. Some of them will only allow 1. Now you can click on the drop down arrow to look at other styles, and some of these work really nicely. And I could turn that around on the Venn. So I'm just going to click onto this one here. If I wanted to resize that whole graphic, I would do it by using the resizing handles. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag. And the whole thing is resized on the screen, including the font size, so I don't have to do that individually on each of those circles. And I could move it to somewhere else too. And once I finished editing, I just click and it moves the mouse away.